Yeah, bro. Hey, technical difficulties, bro. And all I end up doing is plug, play, plug, play, plug. All right, it worked. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I didn't do. But guess what? That's not what we're here to talk about. We're not here. People don't care about technical difficulties. But you know what they do care about, Unc? They care about how crazy the world is right now. And I agree. I think it's crazy, a little scary, a little nerve wracking, as they say, builds up that anxiety. But guess what? This doesn't mean that it's not complete. It doesn't mean it's completely abnormal because today's show is actually titled America's Wildest Moments Then versus Now. So we have been going through crazier times, I think. Maybe, maybe not. That's what we're here to discuss today. We're going to list some old time stuff, scandals, big time stories, and then have you, the uncle with all the wisdom, come in the end and say, hey, you know what? Times were definitely crazier back then, or times are crazier now. I don't know. We got to just test it. But
slap some sense into you.
Yep, little slappers. Okay. Yeah. Everybody thinks we're living in the craziest times right now, but come on, let's be real. Old America has been wild for quite some time. We've had presidents fighting, we've had scandals, sexual scandals. Bro, we had a duel back in the day, a duel, not the gentleman's duel where we go and debate, a real duel with guns. We've had riots, conspiracy theories, conspiracies, moments that made you say, nah, that really happen? Nah, there's no way. They just put that in this book. No, some crazy ish went down. And so today we're going to take it back, and then we're going to bring it right back today. We're going to compare the two. And maybe we're actually going to come to a decision today, Unc, on which is the crazier times, then or now. All next on a very serious Gentleman's Hour.
Very serious and very timely. Drop thy intro, filthiest.
The filthiest of the filthy. Now that's a title I want.
Hell yeah.
All right, Uncle. So like always before, we usually start off with a little something called either opening toast or first sip. Opening toast is like you give a little advice, you give a little toast to bless the episode or the show.
Say some words.
But this one is let's do first sip. So kind of just like catch up. Anything happening? Shoot, I don't even know. For me, I don't know. For you, I wrote down. I wrote down we could talk about Mike's idea. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to give a little background first of what happened to you over the last week, and then we can talk about Mike's
I think we could do both because last week is just same thing. Work, kids, nothing too crazy. Yeah, no, that's it, bro. Anything else.
What happened to all the sport? Everything's over? Everything's done?
No, yeah, Nick's done with basketball. So he's basically school. They were on spring break, so they go to a little spring break camp. And Natalia's just practicing. She has practice 2 times a week, and yeah, Cass is working and going to school. Her spring break was the week before, and Laura's working, and I'm working, and it's kind of busy.
Business as usual.
Not too crazy. Hey, yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing. Okay. And then the other thing was about Mike. So Mike was saying this was like a topic for a show, and I actually kind of like it. So he was saying, if I read it correctly, we all watch a movie together, and then because he likes when we start giving our opinions, because like, you know, I'm the slow one. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't get that one. You're the one that, you know, you usually have the facts. So it's like, I think he likes that we play that off of each other. So he was like, oh, that would be cool. Like that way we do our top 5 movies, stuff like that. But we actually watch a movie together. I mean, I think that is a good idea. Hopefully we can all watch it together. If we can't, like if it's just like this is never going to happen because they're always too busy or something, then we'll just watch them separately and then do it. Because I do like that idea. And I also like the idea of Mike calling in too on that day. Like, I mean, if we do like a segment, we'll be like, hey, Mike, because I don't know if he wants to commit to, hey, this is a grind that we put in. You know what I mean? Me and you put them, we put them hours in, bro. We like coal miners. We come home after a hard day's work. After the show, I come out, I walk out. Desiree's like, what's wrong with you? I'm all dirty. I'm all like, I'm all mentally shot. Yeah, I'm in a, I mean, I'm like,
did you just change the carburetor on an old Chevelle? What's going on?
The hell, you've been in the room all day. How'd you get grease on your forehead? But what I'm saying is, it's a grind, bro. You know what I mean? It takes a special kind of man to be able to grind these kind of hours every week. So I don't know. What's your take on it? You think he'll join us, or you think? Because I always take him as like really private, but then I'm also like, I think he's kind of itching to join in with the boys. You know what I mean? Have some boy time.
I don't know if he wants to commit to a weekly thing. I'm sure we can get him in once a month.
Right.
Period, bro. But
that's why I was thinking
days or something.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like a segment. So that's why, because we're not gonna. I mean, we're not gonna watch.
Bro, you can put the logo right here.
Yeah. But I do like it as like a segment, and I think I like it as, what do you call it? The Little Slappers Variety Show or Variety Hours?
Little Slappers Variety Minute?
Variety Minute. And we'd be like, all right, here's our special guest, our movie guru that recommends movies, and then we give our little dumb opinions, and we do it quick, a little 15-minute. We could either do it on the quickies or we can do it as a segment in the regular show, but we just do a little 15-minute back and forth, have Mike's perspective, and if we like the movie, didn't like the movie, all that, all that good stuff. But I mean, yeah, I think that would be good.
Because I don't know if he mentioned coming on. I hope he does. I mean, he's been on before, so I don't see a problem with it. But I'm saying, if we watch it and then come back with our notes or whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do it in person.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. We could do that too. Yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of options. I like it. Yeah. So let's talk with him more and see what he's viewing for this. You know what I mean? Like what he thinks. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Either way, it's good. And
shout
that's
out
what
Mike. Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike. Shout out one of the, what are we? Little fellas? No, little slappers. To one of the OG members of the Little Slap crew. That's what we do. Hey, we just walk around slapping, bro, slapping cheeks.
Slapping
no, it's chill. Hey, chill, bro. We're adults.
I said slapping fools. Now you're
I meant slapping fools, brother.
Wow.
Hey, did you ever play baseball? Because that's what you did. You slapped your teammates' cheeks sometimes. Oh, because you got slapped too many times in the cheek.
I didn't like it. I was like, no.
Yeah, I didn't like it either because I always have had a bony ass, and so like some of these fools hit hard, bro. Some of these like prison hits. I'm like, nah, man.
You gotta start doing squats, bro.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna start, but
doing squats so you get your little bubble butt.
Yeah, bro. For summer, bro, you didn't get the memo. It's hot boy summer again for the 5th year in a row.
It's hot boy everything, bro.
Yep.
Get that little duck walk going. Your little bubble butt.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, now I'm gassed up. Thank you, Uncle.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, Did I do the intro? Yeah, we did the first sip. All right, hey, this is also becoming
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Don't get nervous, bro.
Don't scare me, bro. All right, this is our first little warm-up question. This is the one, remember? The segment titled, Time to Get 'Em Wet. Hey, just your feet, though. That's all I'm talking about.
I thought we just did that with your bubble butt.
Nah, that got people. Oh, yeah. Hot and heavy. Don't let Desiree hear that, bro. I won't be. She's like, you're lockjaw, Louis. She's baby lockjaw, bro. If she gets a hold of your ankle, you ain't getting it back, brother. So you guys are a little tandem.
There'll be no more calves left after.
Oh hell no, bro. Hell no. All right, so we're talking about obviously past scandals in U.S. history and crazy events that have shaped our country. So here's a couple of questions, and I'm going to turn it over to you to, give your answers. So, when we were younger, or when you were younger, did things feel more normal back then, or do you think you were just too young to realize? That's the first part. And then the second is, what effect do you think social media has had on, current events? So we'll go with those two. So I'll turn it over to you, Uncle. Come on. Hey, get them wet, brother. Get them wet, Unc.
Hey, if the face doesn't do it, bro, I don't know what else is gonna do it. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, bro. When I was young, thankfully, yeah, everything seems a lot easier, a lot more simple. Yeah, maybe it was because there was innocence. Yeah. Maybe it was because my parents didn't really talk to me about adult things. I mean, good and bad, because there are some stuff where I wish they would have talked to me, but for whatever reason they did and they didn't.
Do you think they were doing that, like, though, not necessarily protect you, but why worry you about stuff that you don't really have any, you know what I mean? No, like, you're a kid, you need to know about what's happening, if there's gonna be a war, or there's politics, you know what I mean? Or do you think they thought you were a kid, so they just weren't gonna tell you, you know what I mean?
Like, I think a lot of it was, I'm a kid and they didn't want to tell me, as far as like stuff, current events or whatever, world events. But there was a lot of stuff like family wise that I'm like, I wish they would have told me. There's stuff I found out later in life, and they kind of, when I didn't confront my mom, but I kind of asked her, like, hey, like, why come you guys didn't tell me? Oh, well, we thought you knew. And it's like, well, you guys didn't talk to me about certain things. But as far as like current events, political stuff, yeah, they didn't talk to me about any of it. I mean, I do remember hearing certain things like on the news. Like, I remember as a kid, bro, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Oh yeah,
terrified the crap out of me. It was
dude. Scary, bro.
I mean, just the reports and the stuff that they would watch, and then I would hear my mom and dad talk about it. Like, stuff like that did mess me up. I remember when the Challenger exploded. I think we watched it in kindergarten. I remember clearly. They brought in the little TV. They rolled it in. Oh, we're gonna watch the Challenger take off, and then just see it go up and then just explode. And oh my God, they turned it off, and the damage had already been done, bro. I had already seen it, so I'm like, what the hell? And, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But I think it is. Yeah, I think it's I think it was Innocence. I think I only heard what I had to hear, and then also half the time, if I wasn't inside, I was outside, bro. I was playing.
Right.
I was riding my bike. I saw other things in the neighborhood. You see things go down. You see people fighting, people getting jacked, whatever. But you know, to that just kind of becomes normal. You don't really think twice. And then for the most part, I mean, either that or I'm just playing in the backyard or playing in the front yard. I mean, I wasn't really watching TV until like prime time, like the Cosby Show and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, so it's almost like we were shielded because of our, youth, playing outside, like you're saying, doing that stuff. And remember, I think we talked on the other show about, like, you're right, you only got your news back then from just the nightly news. Mm-hmm. And they didn't get that crazy.
I wasn't picking up the paper. You know what I mean?
Right. Or the paper. You're right.
Yeah, like, oh, come on, let me see the paper.
No, yeah. And what's crazy is I did used to read the paper, but only the sports or the comics. I would go, grab the sports, the comics, and sometimes, like, the ads or whatever I like to see, like, you know.
And it's a trip, because my dad all my young life would always get the Sunday paper.
Yeah.
And then when they would offer him, like, oh, we'll give you, the daily, we'll give it to you for whatever, half the price, he would sign up for it. Yeah. So we always had the paper. The paper was always there, but I never picked it up.
Do they still deliver papers or no?
Nah, I don't think so.
Right? Everything's just online?
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still in business.
Because I don't even see, like, remember they used to throw little, like, mailers out and stuff too, like little, and you'd be like, oh, is that the paper? Like, wait, we didn't sign up for the, and then all of a sudden it was something else. It was like ads or whatever. I don't see any of that stuff anymore.
I think Laura said that at her job they have it at the library.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have it there. They get one, but and it's like only one copy. You know what I mean? Like the New York Times, LA Times.
But bro, how crazy is that people used to get their news from somebody throwing a newspaper on their door? So what the heck?
Like you're typing it up tonight, to be there tomorrow.
What?
And everything that happens
Trump
between
said
then
he was
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was always the next day.
That would never happen.
Never happened. Yeah, you're right. It never happened. He would never have been found, gotten in trouble for half the stuff he's done, because he wouldn't. Yeah, there was no social media or nothing. Okay. All right. All right. That was a good job. I think you got some people wet.
It's a little moist.
Yeah, moist.
Damp. It's a little damp.
Hey. PG-13 home. I don't get all excited. Damn. All right. Here we go. I'm going to list off. These are some of, and again, Like, I know there's 1,000, a million, probably crazy ass things that have happened. Obviously, we're not gonna go through all of them. So I just kind of grabbed a couple that look kind of interesting. Some that I had already known, and then some that I was like, "What the heck is that? I never heard of that." Which is crazy. If something like some of these things are so kind of like, "What the hell? That's so crazy," and I never heard of it. Like, how? Why aren't more people talking about that? So, anyways, let's jump right into it. All right, craziest moments in U.S. history. All right, Unc, let's start with, are you familiar with a little period between 1972 and 1974, the Watergate scandal? Do you know what that involve or entails?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know parts of it. I remember hearing about it in like history class. Um, yeah, I am not a crook or whatever,
Yeah,
right? That's
something
the
like
whole
that.
thing.
Something.
Yeah. I remember that I knew the I am not a crook line. Um, I know we covered some of it in history, but I think when I really like caught my eye was in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, when they addressed it, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And it's obviously it's satire the way they did it,
Right, right.
but I mean, I just
That's
it's
funny.
I think it was actually like maybe like 6 7 years ago where I actually heard the audio.
Oh, really?
Like there was
Okay.
like audio recordings of it, and I was like, damn, like and obviously because I like that stuff fascinates me.
Yeah.
Like especially like when it comes to like politicians or like they're getting caught up and the way they get caught, it's usually somebody slips up or you tell the wrong person the wrong thing and you're kind of
Right,
screwed.
right.
But yeah, no, I mean I remember that, and I remember, like I said, I am not a crook is probably the best, like, I guess, attachment to that. Yeah,
So I actually, I guess I heard, maybe I studied it too, but my whole life I didn't really know, or my childhood maybe, I didn't really know what it was. I knew he got like, I thought he got impeached. He actually did get impeached I didn't know what the scandal was. It was like cheat. I didn't even know until it was like way later. I don't know if it was like maybe in college or after that it was like, oh, the real thing was that I guess him and his team or whatever, they were running for reelection and they were spying and they broke into that was the Democratic National Headquarters, whatever, broke in. And it is just like the Forrest Gump where somebody saw them with lights on or whatever, or heard it or whatever and called the cops on them. And that's in the movie. Forrest Gump is the one like, oh, I see some people, they must be
yeah.
looking for their keys or something
They're
funny. He
looking
says
for the no,
something.
they're looking for the breaker because they
Is
can't.
that
The
what?
lights
Oh
are
yeah,
out.
they're having flashlights. But that's I guess what actually happened. And then when it came out, I guess those two reporters, and then I had always heard these reporters' names, but I didn't know they were from them. That Woodstein and oh my God, Woodstein and Desiree. I don't know. Is she here? What the Woods babe? Yeah, she probably has these headphones on too. Woodstein and whatever. Anyways, so and then the person that they got, I guess it was an FBI informant that was the one that was spilling this. Like, no, that it was them and they were behind it because people were just trying to say, oh, it's just a break-in. Um, I guess that his nickname was Deep Throat, and I always thought that was like a joke or like a porn, Deep Throat, but it was like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was what they named that person or whatever. So it was an actual real story. I guess they went to Nixon and were like, "Hey, brother, you're out of here." His own Republicans went to him from the Senate. They're like, "Hey, brother, you're out of here. So it's probably best if you just resign. If not, you're going to get impeached." Imagine if we had some senators or congressmen now that actually had some backbone, like back then when you did something wrong and you got in trouble for it, but
Accountability? What?
accountability,
No,
right, right,
no.
right. But anyway, so
Not
that
with the
just
not
tells
with
you,
Dr. Trump.
yeah, that just tells you though that you know cheating, all this has been around forever, and that at the time that was like probably the biggest like scandal. Now Trump kills that on a daily basis. It's not even
Yeah,
like now
that's
that is probably like,
light work.
oh yeah, that's toddler. You got in trouble for that? That's a slap on the wrist now. Now that's nothing. But anyway, so okay, let's go on because we got a lot of these. Did you hear about these? This was in the 70s. In the 70s, they were protesting the Vietnam War, and they had the Kent State shootings. It was at in was it Indiana State or University? No, no, no. God dang it! It's a different
You said it
school.
had that song Ohio, so it had to be in Ohio.
Yeah, the song Ohio. No, it's in Ohio, but it's not like Ohio State or Ohio. It's like a God, I'm an idiot.
You
It's
said
like a
Kent State.
Kent State. There it is. I said that on there? Okay.
Yeah,
Kent
dog.
State. So they were protesting, and when I read the description, because I've heard of this story, all this, but I never, I didn't get I didn't read the whole all up on it. I just knew the story. But I guess they were protesting. Kind of sounds like today's, except for even
It sounds
crazier.
exactly, bro.
It sounds exactly like today, where protesting is not allowed. Well, they said it escalated because the governor, James Rhodes, inflamed the tensions by denouncing students as radical as the worst. Or wait. Dude, I'm telling you, I can't see, man. Um, inflame tensions by denouncing student radicals as the worst type of people that we harbor in America. So that's exactly like what today is. Like, they try to make the people, they were protesting the Vietnam War, which in the end ended up, it was wrong. We weren't supposed to be there. And the people that were protesting it, or like Muhammad Ali that was putting up, nah, I'm not gonna go kill, what, Viet Cong or whatever. They never called me the N-word.
Yeah.
But all those now you look back at them fondly, like, oh, that's good. They stood up for their rights. They didn't just go along with, hey, yeah, we got to go invade, Vietnam. So anyway, so they were protesting in the end on the right side, and I guess it was the National Guard, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. The National Guard.
They opened fire. They said they just started. It was like 70 shot. Like, they just started
Like
spraying
spray
into
and pray,
the. Yeah, and so I don't know how many people got killed.
9.
9 people, and like it said, like 2 or 3 of them or 4 were just innocent bystanders. They weren't even in the protest. They were just walking to class.
Well, yeah, when you're shooting into a crowd, bro. Come on.
Right. So there was like innocent people just killed as well.
That's one of the things where I told you, like, remember you're like about the No King protest, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be out there because stuff like that, bro. Yeah, stuff like that where you get pepper sprayed now, or they get tear gas.
Look at the guy that he wasn't even like anywhere near that front lines, and the guys on the top shot down one of the, I don't know what it was, like a rubber bullet or something, struck him right in the eye.
Oh,
he lost he lost his eye because it's like, bro, what the heck? Like,
that's what I'm saying,
so
bro. Like,
you're right. After, when you were like, nah, I was like, this guy, you won't even go protest. But you're right, and especially with kids, and like, can't put yourself in that danger. Hey, that's a young man's game. You know what I mean? I got to keep all these limbs. Hey, if I get shot in the eye, I lose my eye. How am I gonna do the show with a patch, bro? That ain't gonna fly.
There you go with a patch.
That ain't gonna fly. Poly patches? That ain't gonna fly, bro. Filthy. It's dirty patch. Come on, man. That ain't gonna fly. Actually, hey, Desiree, you got a patch?
You got a patch. Come on.
Sometimes we do some role playing, so I like to dress up as Jack Sparrow. Yeah, Captain Hook, Captain Crook, bro. All right. Okay. So, anyways, we talk about all this crazy stuff, like, they're killing protesters, but look at nothing new. These were college students, most likely
fear-mongering, bro.
Yeah, fear-mongering, and they were most likely unarmed.
Fear-mongering.
Okay.
Ooh, so that sounds like somebody I know.
Right. Like a whole party. Okay. What about the biggest? Yeah, this probably is the biggest attack. Maybe Pearl Harbor, but 9/11. Flying into the Twin Towers. No, the World Trade Center, right? And now
that's why the Twin Towers.
They were the Twin Towers, right? That's what. Yeah. So went in and took that out, and that was, I remember, shocking. I remember I was in San Diego. I forget why, and I was staying in a hotel. No, I was staying in I went down there to visit. Like, I think it was the chick I was dating. Remember the one from down there? I told Desiree gets all mad if I talk about it.
Hey, you're about to get struck like a Twin Tower.
Hey, but I was in the hotel, so I was all burnt out. I was in bed. I was asleep, and I could hear the news on, and we had just, remember that first one hit, and people thought it was just like an accident, or that, a plane crashed into a building. Right. It was like, oh, man, that's crazy. I never heard of that, but that's crazy. And then also the second one went in, and like, people were like, oh, shit, we're under attack. I remember people thinking, like, we're under attack. I remember even in L.A., like traffic shut down, because I was going to drive into back home. And I remember, like, the traffic was stopped, and people were like afraid, because remember at that time too, they didn't know if they were going to hit other, cities, big cities. So they're like, big cities beware. They were like, oh, shut. I don't know. It was crazy, but I remember just like, holy crap, like, somebody actually got, who's going to attack us way over here? You know what I mean? But somebody actually got through, and then to find out that there was like Saudis that came over, which now Trump's best friends with them, but that they were training them, or they were the one that sponsored these guys, and they came over here to the United States and learned, got their pilot license, all that, and then went on the planes and then, did all that crap. And then I remember after that, that's why you had to take your shoes off, because then there was like
Oh yeah,
one of them got off as
airport.
a shoe bomber or whatever, and that's what started the whole taking your shoes off. But
it's crazy.
What do you remember? What do you remember about that? The 9.
I mean, I was 21. I want to say oh, you know what? I was actually dating Cassie's mom.
Oh shit!
And she called me. I was knocked out, dude. And she called me.
You were knocked out too.
We're going to war. We're going to war. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, they just attacked New York. I was like, and I'm half asleep. I'm like, what are you saying? So when I turned it on, I think when I turned it on, it was right before the second plane hit.
Oh,
because the first plane had hit, and she was like, "Oh, we're going to war," and I was like, "What?" So I turned the TV on, and I was like, and at first I'm like, "This is like a movie. This isn't real."
Right.
And then the second plane hit, and I was like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah, like, damn.
I'm like, and then they're like, "Oh my god!" And you could just see the fear in the reporters and the newscasters. I was like, "What the hell?" And then I remember I had to go to work, and I got up, and I guess I started getting ready, and I went to work, and it was all over the news. It was like, what's next? What's going to happen? And nobody knew. And then as the day went on, then the other two planes crashed or whatever, right? The one in the Pentagon.
The one
and then the one
hit the Pentagon, and one crashed before. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, what the hell? And it's crazy because, like I said, I was 21. So when I was younger, I remember when the Gulf War started. And I remember George Bush announcing, like, oh, we're going to war. We're attacking whatever, bro. And I hadn't seen anything since that. I mean, there's been scandals or whatever, but I mean, as far as like an attack or war or any kind of action like that. Right. And I was like, dude, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, I'm on edge. And I think my cousin Victor had just enrolled, or enlisted, I guess. He had just enlisted maybe a year and a half. I think he was like a year out of boot camp.
Damn.
And he was out in Germany. Oh, yeah, wow. Dude. So I'm like, now I'm worried. Like, damn, and at that point I had like 3 homies. Like close homies that were all in the army.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell's gonna happen? Yeah, but that was probably the scariest as an adult. That was really scary.
Oh yeah. That was, because it was like, who's gonna get hit next? There were, But what's even crazier is I mentioned Pearl Harbor, and I even had this one on there. But, that was what got us into World War II. The Japanese literally came and attacked us in Hawaii. So it's like, that's just crazy, because now, even with Trump and his craziness, I still feel like we're safe. We're like, who's near us? South America, like, they ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're kind of always away from all the action. We're not in Europe where it seems like everything goes down. But that was like, dang. So, but we have been attacked, on our homeland. It's definitely possible, and then another one, that Cuban Missile Crisis, where Russia almost put, was it nukes right there in Cuba, right?
In Cuba, right?
Hit,
across
hit
the street,
any part of right. So it's like, to say that we're always going to be 100% safe or completely safe, nah. I mean, if another country wants to get at us, they're gonna get at us. But all right, what about this? I know I don't want to expose you, but I think I know what side you landed on this argument, and it's not on the right. It's not on the right side, but I'm not gonna expose you. Slavery, bro. It started in 1619. So even before we officially became a country, it started in Jamestown, bro. I mean, I guess
1619,
or is it 1819?
No, I don't know.
1619. No, it started. Wow. Yeah, it started probably before. Yeah, because I guess when I was reading up on it, it said the Europeans. I guess it was like common practice. Like, bro, what? And now I feel bad for brother. You know what I mean? Because I feel for them, because I can get dark too. You see me in the summer, but I can't ever say I can go through what they've gone through. And to imagine. Like, I mean, we were pretty jacked up too, because I'm an Aztec warrior, homeboy. Like, we got raped and pillaged too. But it's like, dang, bro, them going literally to Africa, grabbing people, enslaving them, bringing them all across to a whole new boat. Across a boat. A lot of them died on the way because of disease and stuff. Bring them all the way over here. And then now, guess what? Now you're not even a human. You're a slave. All because of what? Because the color, of their skin. They thought they were, less than human. Yeah, because look in the U.S. Like they didn't even get the right to vote till when, like, honestly, not that long ago. Like that's crazy, bro. Like women
Easily
too.
like less than 100 years ago.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I'm saying. So when we talk about crazy ass stuff happening nowadays, like, bro, back then you just go back to the 1800s, and there was people running around as slaves. I mean, in July, I might have been taken. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Like, bro, that's crazy that people, that we act.
Ain't nobody taking you, dog.
People actually. I know because I'm lazy, huh? But that's crazy that people actually owned other people. Not only all over the world, but even in this country. It's just like it's insane. But
and it's crazy because
yeah. What's your take?
It ended. I don't know when it ended, but I mean, even up to like what the 50s, like civil rights, like it took them that long. That's insane.
Well, look at. So I'm gonna let it lead into this other story. I'm gonna push back the other one for a second. The Tulsa race
Massacre.
Tulsa race massacre. Tulsa race massacre. So 75 to 100. They don't know exactly how many, which is even more crazy. How do you not know how many people exactly were killed? 35 city blocks were burned. 1,200 houses were destroyed. So I guess it started. So this was Charleston. What was it? Tulsa. Sorry, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. So in Tulsa, I guess this community was like, they called it the Black Wall Street, I guess. So it was like a bunch of higher end people had money. They were probably better off, well off. And it was a black community. So I guess one of the kids from this community got accused of assaulting a girl, kind of like Emmett Till, Emmett Till, right?
Yeah.
So kind of the same thing. They said he assaulted some girl in an elevator or something. He denied it. He went back home. They, of course, we got to go lynch somebody. We got to go, we got to go make things right. They go
make
down
an
there.
Example.
Yeah, real tough example. So they march down there, and guess what? The town's like, nah, man, we ain't playing that here. This is all black community. You're not taking this kid. They have guns. The people coming in have guns. Shots are fired. So now it's like it literally turns into a little mini war. It said they dropped explosives from a plane, which what the hell? So anyways, it says that it just basically turned into war, and then eventually like all the white mob just mowed them down, burnt down the city of the block, got all those people, basically burnt their houses down, and then the insurance wouldn't give them money. So basically if effectively got them removed. They got displaced or whatever. And eventually, I guess it lasted 2 days, and it was getting so crazy that the governor or somebody brought in the National Guard to finally like it was a literal race war going on in this town. You know what I mean? Like, go grab your guns. White boys are coming. We got to stand our ground. But that's crazy. But you know what? I'm glad they did. You know what I mean? Like, stick up for that kid. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got killed or they got him or whatever. I kind of want to read up more on it, but it's just crazy that that's not that long ago either. 1921, that there was literally a race war, not just like going on, shooting and blowing up houses and all that shit. What's your take on that?
And it's the same thing, bro. Fueled by the same thing, fear.
Yeah.
Fear. That's what it is, bro. Just fear, and then that let me accuse this little kid or accuse that kid or whatever. And if he did, I mean, who knows? Back then, you'd look at him funny and like, oh, he whatever, and
right.
That's it. They were done.
It's almost like they were looking for. It seemed like, of course, I wasn't around back then. I'm not that old, but it just seems like back then in the South or whatever, like they were looking for reasons to go and let's go find us something, a little, and let's go do what we should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, imagine them two just sitting around a bunch of, white supremacists getting drunk, probably like, hey, let's go round up. You know what I mean? Like, imagine back then. And there was no, like, say a black family, something happened to one of their kids or one of their family members. It wasn't like they could go to the cops, the sheriff, the local sheriff, and do it. Like, so a lot of these stories probably never even like, okay, yeah, our kids got killed. That's the way it is living in the South. Like, their story never made it. There's no social media. There's none of that. Like, are we going to get the paper in 1930 about, a lynching here in LA? Nah, bro. So it's like,
nah.
it's crazy, and imagine how much more stuff probably happened. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm going to go back to this story because I know this one, we were talking about getting other people wet. Remember you getting people wet? I know this one's going to get you wet, my boy. Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky scandal, which I know they said back in the day JFK used to run through chicks and he banged Marilyn Monroe and all that. But this, I think for me at least, my lifetime was the first real like, wait, what? There's a president that's just running game and banging chicks in the White House? Well, I guess he didn't bang her, huh? I guess he just got blowjobs and used that cigar on her, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Is that why you don't smoke cigars, my man?
That's exactly why I don't smoke cigars.
Yeah. All right, so my first question is, how old were you and what do you like remember when you heard that? And then my second question is, hey, have you seen Monica lately, bro? She looking good because she was thick back then. She could fill out a blue dress, but now, bro, hey, she's like a good thick. I don't know if you've seen her now, but
I'm looking at her right now.
Okay,
dog.
So my first question was, what did you think about that scandal? And my second question is, what do you think about her now?
First thing, bro, I must have been full-blown teenager, right? Let me see. When did it happen? When did the scandal take place?
I don't have it in here. When was he? 99 in the 90s, right? 92,
oh, bro, it was in 97.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it was in 96 when it first hit. Yep. And then in 97, everything hit the fan. So, bro, I was 17, bro. Come on.
So you were all for it.
That
right?
That was prime Louis right there, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it. I didn't really understand why it was a big deal because I didn't know, bro. I think at the time I said, oh well, he just he cheated on his wife, I guess.
Hey.
But then, I mean, bro, once I got older and I started looking at it, and
yeah, of course. Yeah,
the big picture, of course.
That's what I mean.
And then I think once I saw the FX, like the series or whatever that they did on it, and I mean they were just hating on that fool, dog. He was just surrounded by haters. Do I agree with what he did? No, because he was married and he's president and whatever. I mean, he is the slickest president of all time. He is just the coolest. I mean, it's either him or Barack. Though, you know what I mean? But at least Barack kept it clean. I mean, Clinton, he's been doing that since he was younger. Like I told you, bro, the eagle soars. I don't know why it does.
Somebody, because I heard this somewhere, some chick said a joke about it or something. So I'm kind of stealing off of that, kind of, because I feel the same way. But I'm not saying what she said. I think it was a chick. But I think all presidents should get a pass because their job is so stressful. I think that they should be able to have once a month have a masseuse or whatever flown in, but one of them masseuse, you know what I'm talking about? One of them special masseuses that can,
the tuggy expert.
Because a lot of these presidents, their chicks are already old. Hillary Clinton, I love her, but she wasn't banging Bill. Her and Bill weren't getting crazy. So it's like, bro, being president is one of the hardest jobs. That's the only thing I will say for Trump is he's doing one of the hardest jobs. I don't know what he's doing, but that is one of the most stressful jobs. You need a stress release. And so I think they should be allowed to cheat. I don't even think it should be called cheating. I think we should amend the Constitution. What do we have? Like make it the 19th Amendment. And so that way it's 26. Like, hey, yeah, because bro, you know how hard it is. Like you're head of the family, right? It's stressful. You got to make tough decisions. If things go wrong, it's on your back. If things go good, it's like, oh well, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like it would be nice if some of us who have a lot of stress and we're carrying a lot on our shoulders were able to get certain releases. I'll leave it at that. And I know you agree because we talked about this offline, but
well, I've never talked about this with you. Come on, dog.
Oh,
you don't burn me like that.
Maybe it was somebody else. Anyways.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I was like, what's this new conversation to me? I didn't know you were that stressed out.
But no, that was a joke. But I do remember when that scandal hit, and you're right. At the time too, maybe because I was young too. I didn't really what.
That was part of your woman joke that you heard somebody say.
No, the woman joke was like, I don't know who it was, but it was like a Nikki Glaser type, and she was saying something like, well, Hillary Clinton, I know she didn't suck no. Maybe I don't know who said it, but she was like, Hillary Clinton didn't suck no. So if she wasn't gonna do it, hey, we don't want this man going to nuclear war. Someone's got to like relieve him. So she's like, I'm glad Monica went down there. I think it was Kathy Griffin. I don't know. It was somebody. It was like a chick. Yeah.
Whatever. Is that why we're attacking all these countries, bro?
Bro, he hasn't banged Melania in forever, but you're right. He was probably getting side action before he came. Yeah, he was. They said when Barron was born, that's when he was banging. What's her name? Stormy. That's when he was banging Stormy. So it's like,
you are fake news.
He's so old now. I don't think he cares. But you're right. He probably does. He's probably backed up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's probably backed up. His left leg's a little fatter than the right leg, homie.
Mm-hmm. So hey, like I said, if you all listen to me, this would be an amendment, and the president would be able to.
Yeah, the Tuggy amendment.
So yeah, brother. Yeah. All right. Let's get serious. Let's get serious again. Okay. How about this? I just grabbed this one because of the title, MK Ultra. I just like, what? MK Ultra? Like
Michelob Ultra?
Michelob Ultra, the beer. So this was a covert research program by the CIA. Bro, the CIA was always doing some dirt. Experimenting in mind control, interrogation through mind control, or mind control through interrogation. And it became notorious for being unethical, using drugs, hypnosis, and I don't even know what this is, sensory deprivation. So maybe like not letting them see for a while, or not letting them hear, keeping them blindfolded, or keeping them,
like your senses,
for like basically torturing them. So my first question to you is, I guess that's not shocking, huh? Because I've heard crazy ass stuff too by the CIA. Like they want to always overthrow other countries by going in and causing chaos and doing all that. But the fact that they were doing this on American like citizens, and some they said were knowingly like signed up for it, and others they didn't even know what they were doing. They were just, all right, we'll go in for this experiment, and then they end up jacked up. But do you believe in it? Like, what was the purpose of that? They were probably trying to train warriors or something. Like, do you believe in all that stuff? Like mind control and hypnosis, and being able to basically control somebody. Oh, like like in Civil War. What was it? Bucky, remember? They start saying the Russian words, and he's like,
oh yeah. Well, let me ask you this: what's that saying? You need, in order to make an omelet, you need to crack some shells or crack some eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, bro. It sucks that they were experimenting on Americans, especially the ones that didn't know, but that's what you want.
Hey, this is a new Louis, bro. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of your answers I was not expecting. Hell yeah, let's work on some of these fools. Yeah, the homeless.
Think about this, right?
Yeah.
Do you want them knowing how to manipulate people? How to what's the word, bro? When you
are you talking about like prisoners of war?
Anybody, bro. When you disable them, if you go into another country to take it over, you want them to be able to handle business. No,
bro. I have to disagree, bro. You're talking crazy. What's going on? What is going on? So you're saying that you're all for getting innocent people and brainwashing them or hypnotizing them so that you can control them? So then what's stopping that? You doing that for your kids? You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the thing.
I can make better decisions for them, so I'm going to brain control. Bro,
you have to use it for good, bro.
You're going down a real shaky road.
100% going down that winding road.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, do you want an omelet or not?
Not if it's got to be made by jacking my head up.
No, I get what you're saying. No, 100% I get what you're saying. But I do think, like, they have to be prepared, or also so that they don't get, what if somebody else is trying to brainwash them or whatever?
Bro, it just sounds like you're backpedaling. You're playing defense, huh?
I'm not playing anything, bro. I'm giving you my opinion.
Hey, and I love it. You know what? Because I like whenever I'm like, okay, I know exactly what Louis is going to say. And when you go off the rails,
I'm not off the rails, dog.
It makes me seem a little bit more Normal? I
I will
like it,
say
brother.
this.
Yeah, say it. Say some
In
more.
the last couple of weeks, I've been very aggressive.
Yeah, what's going on, bro? Is this all because of that
Like, I'm just
UCLA
pissed.
thing or no? Or this
Huh?
started before that?
Nah, it's just before. Like a month ago, I think.
I mean, is something you want to talk about? I mean, have you checked your
You know what?
levels? Like, gone to the
Nah,
doc, checked all your blood level?
it's just everything around me, bro. Everything around me is keeping me on edge. So I think I'm being more defensive. Like, you know what? Like, nah, dog. Like, you ain't cutting me off on the 5. Nah, dog.
Oh,
I'm not
it's
paying
going that
$8 for
far.
gas. Nah, dog. I'm just
It's all hitting you at
lockjaw,
once.
homie, lockjaw.
Lockjaw. Hey, once
Hey, let me
Lockjaw's
ask you
got
this.
that lock, yeah,
Did
yeah.
you know that Lockjaw is a Marvel character?
No, no, of course not.
It's like an oversized pit bull.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna
Yeah,
look it
yeah.
up. You want me to
Lockjaw.
try and combine the two, or maybe that's your little partner. That's your little road dog, a little pit
That's
bull
my
next
road
to you.
dog.
Oh,
Literally,
damn.
literally.
No, what about you? But just coming up the street with just a gang load of pits all following you. Oh,
Like
bro.
DMX style or what?
Lockjaw Louie comes to the
Lockjaw
fight.
Louie and
He
Lockjaw
doesn't
Louie and
come
the
alone.
boys.
He does not come alone, brother. What's the DMX
Sometimes.
song?
Sometimes. Go ahead.
Who let the all right, next one. Come on.
Let the dog down.
Can we get a
Lock,
little bit
lockjaw.
can we get a little bit serious?
We've been serious. This is a serious episode.
The JFK assassination.
Oh, I was there.
1963. You were 1963, shot supposedly by Lee Harvey Oswald, who was then shot 2 days later by some bar owner. Like, the whole thing is crazy. And I've heard that, like, they're saying that it was an impossible shot. There's no way he would have been able to hit him from that distance. So I thought those were going to be released too, those files, the JFK files.
He did release them.
Well, so what? There was just nothing? It was really that guy?
No, you just have to look for him.
Yeah, but what? I mean, nobody's read them or what? What's going on? What, like, so it was that Lee Harvey Oswald, or it was the CIA? Because here's what I heard. I heard that the CIA or somebody was mad because he didn't want to go into Vietnam. That homeboy's like, hey man, them Viet Cong never called me. What was he? He was Catholic? No, I don't know. I was trying to go down that other joke, but that didn't work. Anyway, so he was like, nah, bro, I ain't going into Vietnam. And I guess people were mad. Yeah, Charlie. And people were pissed. People were like, hey, bro, first off, damn, this homeboy speaks Mexican slang. Like, damn, that's dope. And they were like, nah, bro, we need to go into Vietnam. We need to take this full out. So I actually believe that, bro. The way CIA, changes shit, and just, if he was absolutely against the war and they wanted to get into the war, they took the homie out. What do you think?
I don't know, bro. I mean, all that happened obviously before I was born.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I didn't hear anything until that JFK movie came out with Kevin Costner.
Oh, that was good, huh?
And I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what, the backstory. Then you heard stuff in school, and then what's crazy is that right now when you were saying that, I don't remember what topic we were talking about, and you're like, oh yeah, I think when I got into college, I think I heard it. It was into more detail.
Oh, the
I feel
Watergate.
like I feel like in like when you're in elementary and middle school and all that, and high school, you just get like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
if you really wanted to, you can expand your. Oh my god, it's so much more. But yeah, as far as JFK, I mean, I've heard theories that because he was a womanizer, because he had different women, like, I
Damn,
mean,
yeah.
there's so many reasons, bro, and like it sucks because back then it was so much easier.
Yeah, easier to run through
just
women?
No, that I don't know, bro. I wasn't around,
Oh.
but it was easier, like, to get away with stuff for sure.
Oh, yeah. Hell
And then they did
yeah.
his brother.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, bro. That family is cursed. That sucks. Because then
Yep.
remember the son died in the
Oh yeah, in a
airplane?
plane crash. And then
Yeah, plane
remember,
crash.
Ted Kennedy, like, drove off a bridge. Didn't
Killed
he
a
kill like the
chick.
passenger or something?
Yeah, it was a young chick. I don't know
Yeah.
if she was underage or something. Yeah, and no, he drove off, swam out of the car, and then just left and just never called the cops or anything. And then when they went looking for the girl, like, I don't know. And then somebody they found the car and she
They're
was
like, oh yeah, I
dead.
saw that homeboy swimming out,
Yeah, fool. Damn, bro.
swimming in his tux. I mean,
That's
his suit.
crazy. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one also kind of has to do with that whole JFK McCarthyism. His name was Joe McCarthy. I think he was a senator, but they put him in charge. This was in the 50s. right after World War II. So this is like the Cold War when we started getting into it with Russia, bro. Rocky IV, Cold War. Red Dawn, bro. Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Anyway, so this Joe McCarthy, I guess, was basically going up and rounding up Americans who he thought were communists. And when I was reading up on it, because I mean, I heard of it, but I didn't really know much. I knew it was something to do with communism. But when I was reading up on it, it's like, oh shit, that sounds like them rounding up the illegals today. So I guess he wasn't following constitutional law. People weren't, given their rights, their due process. They weren't taken to court. It was basically if he thought you were a communist for whatever reason, pick you up. They could interrogate you. They could go imprison you. Never had to charge you, nothing. They were just running rampant. And I'm like, oh, damn, bro, that's Christine Noem, bro. That's her thing. So my first question to you is, did you hear about anything like that? And my second question is, isn't that crazy how now they're kind of doing the same thing now? They're not calling people communists, but like socialists, like the socialist left and all this crazy
Antifa.
And Antifa and all this, but how they start demonizing one part of the group, and then they can just start fear-mongering and do whatever they want and break the rules with the ICE. So
once they get you scared, then they've got you, bro. Once you're in that state, they can do whatever the hell they want, bro.
Yeah,
because you're scared.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're easily like, you're impressionable, and you're easily influenced, and you're scared, and like the whole thing with immigrants. Oh, immigrants are gonna take your job, bro. If an immigrant can come over here with no papers and no education and take your job,
right?
Come on, bro. What are you really doing?
Right. Or how they say they're coming up over here and buying all the houses.
Like, yeah, they're buying all the houses. They're giving them free housing.
Right. What
bro, they don't give any housing in this country, bro.
No, he's going to come over here and be able to buy a house right off the bat.
Unless they want to live in the projects, bro. Come on.
No, the illegals coming over here are trying to set it up for their future generations to maybe, our forefathers came over and did it for us, and then now we're
keep them scared. Keep them scared.
Benefiting it, but keep them scared. All right, how about this? I know this one's close to your heart, mine too, because as you know, my house. This one might. I think it's because
you used to smoke Salem cigarettes, dog.
Oh no, I'm not. Nah, bro, cigarettes are bad for you though. Does anybody still smoke these days? Come on, man. Salem witch trials, bro. And the only reason I bring this one up is because, oh shit. Oh my god.
Is she floating or what?
She's giving me the craziest look. She's doing like something like this. Like, I don't.
She's gonna hit you with the broom or what?
Is that witchcraft? What is she's trying to do? Every once in a while she tries to do one of these spells. They don't ever work. Hey, that spell don't work, homie. You ain't gonna shrink me. All right.
You don't have hair of a newt.
Hey, did you see that movie where the lady's a witch? Oh god, it just came out this past year. Runners or Weapons. It's called Weapons, and she possesses all the kids. She possesses people, but she takes she needs a piece of your hair, and then she puts a bunch of stuff, and she whips up this little thing, and then as soon as she does that, she has control over you. You're crazy. Entranced. Yeah, she's a witch.
No, I did not watch that. You told me to watch it, but I didn't watch it. I think I watched an episode of The Wonder Years instead.
So the Salem witch trials. Do you think? I mean, I'm hoping. Do you think there's a possibility we can bring that back?
No, I mean, yes, because same thing. Fear. It's fear. You're controlling with fear. You're demonizing these people, and you're saying, oh, they're probably witches. Actually, you know what? Go ahead, my bad.
I was just gonna say, bro, I've run into some chicks, and I think they are witches, bro, because they must have performed witchcraft on me to get me to, you know what I mean, to want to.
Good Lord,
to want to stick around, you know what I mean,
to stoop to that level that I would have never.
Bro, have you ever seen because you don't ever see them, but have you ever seen a wild stallion out in in the wild?
Yeah.
You have seen one in real life?
Yes.
So
I'm an outdoorsman. I don't know if you know.
They run carefree. They don't walk anywhere. They don't stop. Mm-hmm. They're the most carefree animal. For some reason, too, on a wild horse, their mane, when they run, blows up in the air.
Yeah, like luxurious.
Right. So that's what I was before I met the dirty one.
I believe it.
What are you trying to say? That all of a sudden I was this thriving, wild stallion, unstoppable, muscular, and then all of a sudden now I'm domesticated house cat? So what
I
changed?
thought you were gonna say now you're a petting zoo pony.
Yeah. Can't even run, bro. They can't even run. Yeah, so it's like, so what did Desiree do, to up here to get me, to change me? So it's either witchcraft or what were we talking about, that other thing, the CIA trials? So, I mean, something,
yeah.
right?
Hey, but you know what? Last time I went to your house, I saw a little doll in the bathroom
Bald?
that looked just like you, and it had a bunch of
Ball,
pins
ball. Where were the pins? Because I've been getting up here. It
on
hurts.
the
My
elbow,
shoulder.
on the elbows.
Oh, bro, everything's been hurting, brother.
Man, that's
All
because I
right.
moved them around.
But in all honesty, like, okay, stop bashing women for a second, Uncle.
I'm not bashing anybody. What the
Isn't
hell?
isn't that crazy that there was a time when they thought women were witches, and so they hung them because they were probably wild and crazy?
Yeah. Not only
Uh,
that, but I mean, it's fear and it's not understanding.
yeah.
I
Fear.
mean,
Yeah.
you don't
Again,
even have to
fear.
be that. You don't. Yeah, there's a Simpsons episode for Halloween where they talk about this, and it's one of the better ones. And I think they said, oh, well, if we burn them and they die, that means they weren't witches. But if we burn them and they like live, that means they're witches. And like, what kind of reason, like rationality is that, bro? But yeah.
No, that's what I heard. But it was drowning. They said if you drown one and they die, they were a witch. If they don't die,
No, if
if
they die, they weren't a witch.
if they die, they weren't a witch, right? And if they don't die, they're not a witch, but they're getting drowned to death, right?
Yeah.
So it was something weird. Yeah, it was something like that. How you said,
Yeah,
like the
like, bro,
bird, was
come
like
on,
it didn't
make it
make
make
no
sense,
sense.
bro.
Like either way, they're gonna die. Anyways, all right. Yeah, shout out to all them witches that died back then. Hey, R.I.P. women, girl. I'm sure there was some nice ones in there. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
women.
All right. How about this? I know this one you would have definitely went to war. You might not have gone to war for anything else, but I know this you would have. Prohibition, bro. They ended
Yeah,
alcohol.
no.
I didn't, because I heard about prohibition. I didn't know exactly why. Yeah, exactly. Make it rain, brother. Make it rain. That's, yeah. But I didn't know it lasted this long. 1920 to 1933? What is that? 28 years or something? 40 years?
1920 to 1933.
Yeah, what, like 50 years?
That's 13 years, dog.
That's crazy, bro. So for 13 years, people just didn't drink? Like there wasn't an uproar? I mean, I know there was that bootlegging or whatever, and they said that this is actually what, and this is what started the mob and all that, because they were like, hey, we're gonna break the rules to make it, or what were they making? Moonshine, or who knows, right? Or maybe they were making beer and stuff, but
they were making pruno food like jail.
Yeah, but bro, that's for 13 years there was no alcohol, and then when I read it, it said that initially it was done because they wanted to reduce crime. Actually, that is true. They probably did reduce crime and improve public morals. Yeah, that's probably true too. Probably didn't.
That's not up to the government, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Let people be bad if they want to be bad. But instead, it backfired and it fostered illegal trade and organized crime. And yeah, those speakeasies where I guess they were like bars, but they were hidden. And my question for you, Unc, is could you live in a time with no alcohol, no nothing? I mean, it was just like clean living.
Yeah.
What do they call? What are those people called? Straight edge? Oh, straight edge. You got the X.
Yeah, straight edge. Yeah. Straight edge society.
Yeah. Could you have done it?
Shout out CM Punk.
The wrestler?
You know CM Punk? You don't know CM Punk. Yeah, bro. I could. I lived for 17 years.
I mean, as an adult, bro, as an adult going through life, this is Louis, working
Like
a hard job, tough job. Yeah. Back then you were probably a coal miner, or, you know what I mean? You were working on the railroads.
I was Gardner's son, bro.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, you got to get your hands dirty, homie.
Nah, hell no. And you know what? I don't drink a lot, but when I do it, I do drink a lot.
Oh, that's like me, bro. That's like me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't drink daily. I don't, whatever. I only drink on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
And
sometimes
every other
Sundays.
Sunday and
sometimes
Tuesday.
Sundays. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, I can't see it. I don't like it. I would not want to be around that. I mean, I've been to parties where like they only had like
right
12, like a 12 pack. And I'm like, bro, what is this?
Yeah,
But
yeah. What is it? Is this
but
a
I've also been to
is that
parties where,
child's party or what? What is this?
yeah, no,
You know.
don't even matter, bro. Come on, any party has to have alcohol.
Um, I think my take on it is, I bet if you're right, if you're like a kid and you were like 14, 15, and then boom, it hit. So as you become 21, you're already in the whatever, the restrictions or whatever. It wouldn't really matter. You're right. Cause it's like, oh, I don't even know what I never had any alcohol. I don't even
Yeah,
know what I'm missing. I bet the one it hit the worst is like if you're 30 or 40 or even maybe 50 years old and it hits like, what the I've been drinking my whole life. I've been partying
yep.
now for the next, what'd you say, 32 years? I can't drink. Like, come on, bro. That don't make no sense. So I
It was
bet that
13 years,
oh,
fool.
13 years. Either way, bro, that's a
It
lifetime for
felt like
some,
32 years.
right? So it's like I
Yeah,
bet that hit hard. Like imagine the dude who was like 50 years old, he's been drinking his whole life, boom, it goes into effect. All of a sudden he finds out he has like cancer or something, year 12, year 13 he dies, and then give relief to the restrictions or whatever, and now you can get alcohol. And he missed it
that
because he ended up
sucks.
dying. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what, can I
Yeah,
get one on my deathbed? Can you bury me with a
no,
beer or something?
for real. Hell yeah.
See, bro, that's the kind of stuff that hits me, man. Like, that sucks. All right, anyways, come on, we got to move on. How about this, real quick? The Burr, Alexander Hamilton, and Raymond Burr, was that it? Duel. This was in 1804. Did you ever watch that play, Hamilton?
No, hell no.
Oh,
What am I, a lame?
it was actually okay. I saw it when it was on Disney.
I know you
Um,
did, because you're lame.
hey, no, because I enjoy music and culture and history and
Shit.
politics. Trying to become well-rounded, homeboy. All right. So I
I'm
guess
gonna
they
tell you
were.
this, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go
My
for it.
bad.
No,
Go.
I was gonna give you the background. They were political rivals. One insulted the other one. He said, "Hey, homeboy, follow me outside." Then, but outside meant a duel. So they had a duel, and basically quick draw. You know what I mean? And the one shot the other one in the gut. He died next
It
day.
was Aaron
And
Burr.
Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr. Okay. So
So
yeah,
they were
talk
political
on it.
rivals. So that'd be like Biden and Trump.
That would be one slow ass duel between those two. I think Trump
Oh yeah, bro.
would get him though, because Biden's like,
Who would get him?
I think Trump would get him because Trump's fat,
With
but
what, bro?
Trump is also quicker. Trump
With what?
golfs with a gun,
Okay, but
probably a
you think
9.
Trump knows how to load a gun?
No, they're already all locked and loaded. One
No, they
bullet
can. No, come on, bro.
revolver.
Back then they didn't do that.
Oh,
Muskets.
back then it was
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Now, what are you giving that fool, a minigun?
Have you seen the paraplegic, bro? Have you seen him?
Okay, but the paraplegic grew up doing it, bro, because he had to.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hey,
Trump has never fired a weapon, bro. Come on.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As tough as he wants to be, he's never fired a weapon.
But
He wouldn't know how to load it.
You think Biden's tough?
I think he's shot a gun before.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Okay.
No,
You're
come
making
on, dog.
sense. You're making sense. All
Come
right.
on, dog. Hey,
It would be
you know what, though?
closer than I thought.
It would be closer than I thought. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time I ever knew about this duel was from that Got Milk commercial.
I don't even know what that is.
What? You don't remember the Got Milk commercial? So there's some guy, like, he works like in a museum or something, and it's the Burr Hamilton duel museum or whatever. So everything is on that, and he's tearing up a peanut butter sandwich. I don't even think it has jelly. He's just tearing it up, right? And he's into the radio, and it's like, oh, if you can tell me who Hamilton fought in the duel.
Yeah, I do remember that. And then he
And
can't.
he's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
and it's because you have no more milk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason I know that reference.
That's crazy. But yeah, you're right. At that time, because that was a while ago, huh? Was that?
Bro, that was when I was like 15,
in the
90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I probably didn't. I guarantee I didn't know about him either. Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, how dope is that you could handle stuff like that? Even the old West, bro. Like, I kind of wish I was alive back then. I probably would have been dead quick.
You would have been gone.
Yeah, just to be
20?
in the action, bro. You could just go into a brothel. The brothel was right next to the bar. You could literally, sometimes the brothel was upstairs from the bar. Bro, that's where I should have been, bro. Come on, man. A gun, whores. What more do you need? Alcohol, moonshine,
hey, bro,
tombstone.
You were dying from a basic infection, bro. You didn't try to catch that.
I was dying from a what?
From a basic infection. Like,
hey, my immune system would have been better if I was.
Nah,
You
know. No. I'm
hey,
not
but
saying you, like, specifically. You're sickly.
oh,
I'm saying
okay.
back then, like, the average
okay,
age was like
yeah,
35 and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, and then you're dying of like,
yeah,
oh, what happened?
yeah.
Oh, he got the clap and he died. What?
Hey, yeah, you ever see
Come
that
on,
one,
bro. That doesn't
that
sound
one
fun.
movie? It was like 1,000 Ways to Die in the Old West or something. It was that one guy from was it the Beavis and Butthead or South Park or Family Guy? Oh, Seth,
Family Guy.
Yeah, that dude.
I'm not a fan of that guy.
Oh shit.
I like Family Guy, but like anything he's done after, like Ted, I'm not a fan of.
You said you were a fan of
movie, I'm not a
Ted.
fan of. Huh?
You said you were a fan of Ted.
No, I didn't say that. When would I say that?
The little bear?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that fool.
Damn, you got something against stuffed animals too? Damn, you are
dog,
feisty right now, bro. You don't really give a F.
Come on, dog.
We're gonna have to, you have to let me go to your next therapy session. Sit in, brother. Find out what's going on.
He's been kind of rowdy. Does he have a special guest?
This boy got problems. All right. All right. Come on. Hey, we got to get to the last one. I'm gonna skip that smasher pass because I wasn't even sold on that one. All right. How about this? Uncle knows best. So, Uncle, as always, I need some wisdom. The kids need wisdom. Our youth is lost. I'm lost. So help us out. What does history teach us, and what makes it feel worse today than periods in the past that were pretty crazy, as we just discussed? Any advice for people living through this time to kind of reassure them, maybe like, hey, we've been through some crazier shit. You're going to be all right. Or, nah, it's good to be a little anxious and, mind your P's and Q's, as they say.
I can say that it's good to be anxious because it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you weary of what's possible or what's coming at you. We can go positive and say you don't know you're living in the good times while you're living them until they've already passed. So just, keep your head up, like Tupac said. We're gonna get through this. It's gonna get better. You know what? I'll take it back to this. I remember when COVID hit in 2020, and I said, because he did say, it's gonna go away when the sun comes out.
Right.
And I remember 2-3 months down the road, and then I'm going to work, and we got to wear masks, and we got to do this, we got to do that. And I remember thinking, like, man, this is like never gonna end. And then it slowly started getting back to normal, whatever, as normal as it can be. I would say just keep pushing forward. Don't dwell on the negative and look at the positive. Don't worry about what you don't have and be grateful for what you do have. And yeah, man, we'll get through this. Eventually it'll be over and we'll be on to something else. And hopefully it's better. And if it's not, we do it again.
Yeah, that's good words. I also agree. I think you're right. It's kind of like it can only go up. I think this is our rock bottom as a country with this fool. So once he's done, we got 2.5 years left. I think it'll be good. It'll be back to normal. And I think the effect that he's going to have is that people are going to be more a little bit wiser, I think, with their choices on who to vote in. Like, you see, you want to get a little wild, you want to go off the beaten path, here's what happens. Like, some of these, getting an Obama in there is good, and a Clinton is good. Honestly, anything is better than Trump. So I think those are good words that, it's just, you got to write it out. And if you look back, there were slaves, bro. There were people were witches back then. There were, civil war where our country actually went to war against each other. So whenever you think it's getting crazy, just think like, we've kind of been there, done that. I think the difference is that usually we've had like a president that you can kind of get behind that kind of steering us out of that stuff, whereas this one is steering us into it.
For real, like, hey, we're hydroplaning and he's like spinning the wheel.
Still, yeah, he's still having a good time. We're about to die. Yeah. But anyways, that's a beautiful way. I'm not even gonna do an outro. That's a great way to end it, Uncle. We're already running long, so thank you as always. Appreciate it. I guess we'll leave it at that. This has been another serious episode of the Gentle
Serious.
Hour. Serious, bro. Hey, we're getting too serious. So next week, we got to go back to light again. All right, brother. I'm going to go ahead and stop it.